Good morning, everyone. So let's start our class for today. Okay. So let's do some basic problem of exponent which we learned yesterday. Okay. Let's start with the first question. These are only basic questions. Just revise all the formulas of exponents. Okay. So let's start from inside. What is 625? 625 is 5 to the power. Okay. 625 is 5 to the power 4. So this will become 5 to the power 4 whole to the power minus 1 by 2 whole to the power minus 1 by 4 and whole to the power 2. All the powers will get multiplied. All the powers will get multiplied. So 5 to the power 4 whole to the power minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 4 into 2. So minus minus will be cancelled, 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So 5 to the power 4 into 1 by 4, that is 5 to the power 1. So our answer will be option number B. Okay. Easy question. Can we move on to next one? Okay. Let's move. Try this one. It is the answer. 8 is not in the option. Okay. Let's solve this. So it's written 8 to the power 1 by 3. 8 to the power 1 by 3 is equal to, because 2 cube is 8. And 27 to the power 1 by 3 will be equal to 3. So let's do this. So 5 times 2 plus 3 whole to the power 3 whole to the power 1 by 4. This will become 5 into 5 cube to the power 1 by 4. Since base is same, power will be added. 5 to the power 4 whole to the power 1 by 4. Again, this is equal to 5. 4 into 1 by 4 will be equal to 1. Understood? Okay. Yeah, we will go to homework question just after solving some basic questions on exponents. Yeah. But see, let's say we are writing a to the power 3 whole to the power 3. And next thing we are writing a to the power 3 this to the power 3. These two are different things. In when bracket is there, these two will get multiplied. It will become a to the power 3 into 3. That is a to the power 9. But here it is 3 to the power 3. And 3 to the power 3 is what? 27. So these two are different things. Bracket is very important. Understood? Okay, very good. Let's move on to next one. Please write this thing. This is an important concept. Some students get confused in this. 3 to the power 3, 3 ones are 3. Then 3 into 3 is what? 9 into 3 is what? 27. Oh, some students are asking how this is 2. This is a very advanced level of doubt. Okay, let's solve this. 8 can be written as 2 cube. This and this will get cancelled. So answer is 2. Okay, let's move on to next one. Try this. 3 power 3 is 27. Okay, see, something a to the power 3 whole to power 3. We will start from this side. What is 3 to the power 3? 3 to the power 3 means 3 into 3 into 3, 3 times. That is equal to a to the power 27. Option C, option A. Okay, option D is also getting. Okay, let's do this. Now this is written fourth root. Okay, so let's start from inside only. So whole power is minus 2 by 3. Then 1 by x to the power minus 12 and whole to the power 1 by 4. Now all the powers are in brackets. So all the powers will get multiplied. So it is 1 by x to the power minus 12 into 1 by 4 into minus 2 by 3. Minus 12 into 1 by 4 into minus 2 by 3. Is it correct or wrong? First tell me. Is this correct or wrong? Correct. Very good. All these power will get multiplied. So 4 threes are 12. Gone. Minus minus will become plus. So it 1 by x to the power 2. That is 1 square upon x square. So answer will be option number A. Very good. Yes. Let's move on to next one. Try this one. There is bracket. Sorry. Those who are not understanding, they have to revisit the previous video in which we have explained all the powers of experiment. Okay. So just go, don't miss any class. You are missing classes, that's why you are having problem in understanding. Okay. So see here, it's x to the power 3 root. That will become x to the power 3 whole to the power 1 by 2. This is cube root. So x to the power 5 whole to the power 1 by 3. Here again x cube whole to the power 1 by 5. That's the fifth root into x to the power 77 whole to the power 1 by 30. Is that correct? Now these two will get multiplied, these two will get multiplied, these two will get multiplied, these two will get multiplied. So x to the power 3 by 2 into x to the power 5 by 3 into x to the power 77 by 30 upon x to the power 3 by 5. Okay. Now what we have to do, we will apply two properties together. A to the power m into a to the power n is a to the power m plus n, and a to the power m upon a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. Since all bases are same, then we can add the powers in multiplication. So it will become x to the power 3 by 2 plus 5 by 3 plus 77 by 30 minus 3 by 5. So this will become x to the power, whole LCM will be 30. So 15 into 3 is 45 plus 50 plus 77 minus 18. Is it correct? Okay, let's add it. So 18 and 45 gone. So this will be equal to 27. 27 plus 77, 104. So it will be 154 by 30. X equal to 154 by 30. These are getting cancelled by 2. So 77 upon 15. So our answer will be x to the power 77 upon 15. Option D. Very good, Naman. Understood, everyone? Can we move on to next one? Yes. Fourth step, LCM. It's we have taken what? LCM. LCM of rational numbers. You have studied in class 7th, 8th, I think so. Yeah, just note it down. Then we move forward. Shruti is saying explain the whole problem again. Shruti, please revisit to our last class. You will get understood. You will understand it. No problem in that. Okay, let's move on to next one. Okay, try this. Okay, it will be uploaded. No problem. Yeah. As the class end, I will send a PDF. And again, I am repeating all the questions of PDF, video lecture, test, this, that, everything we will discuss in last 5 minutes. Okay. Right now, let's focus on the questions only. Okay, start. Option C, C, C. Let's solve this. So it's written x square, then the third root is there. So power 1 by 3, then the fourth root is there. Power 1 by 4. Again, all will be multiplied. So 2 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 4. So we got x to the power 1 by 6. So k value is equal to x to the power k. Since base are same, power will be same. So k equal to what? 1 by 6. That's absolutely correct. Option C. Okay. Try this one. Okay. Option A. Let's open the brackets again. So 2 to the power n plus 1 whole to the power m is given. Then 2 to the power 2n is given. Okay, it's multiply here. Into 2 to the power n is given. Upon 2 to the power m plus 1 whole to the power n into 2 to the power 2n. This is the question given here. Okay. All bases are same. All bases are same. So power will get added. So it will become 2 to the power mn plus m. M multiplied here, m multiplied here. Again 2n plus n will become 3n. In denominator again n will be multiplied here, mn plus n, okay, plus 2m. So see, in numerator it became 2 ki power mn plus m plus 3n upon 2 to the power mn plus n plus 2m. Okay. So let's solve this. 8 to the power m upon 8 to the power n. So 2 to the power mn plus m plus 3n, and these will be subtracted. So minus mn minus n minus 2m. Mn got cancelled. So this will become 2 to the power 2n minus m, and this is given as 1. This is given as 1. 1 means 2 to the power 0. Now bases are same, so power will be same. So we get 2n minus m equal to 0. We need m by n. M by n will be equal to option B, D, I. Everybody got different. Okay, now you are getting option A. M by n will be equal to 2. I think so. This is the first question in which students gave a wrong answer. Okay, very good. Fourth step here. Here, fourth step is given as a to the power m upon a to the power n. That is equal to a to the power m minus n. है ना? So all the powers of denominator will get subtracted. All the powers of denominator will get subtracted. Okay, last step. I am just writing it's going outside. So 2n minus m equal to 0. Because if anything is equal to 1 means power is 0. So 2n is equal to m, divide n here. So 2 equal to m by n. So m by n is equal to 2. Okay, Manish, I will do it. Okay, let's move to our homework question now. So that was a very interesting question. Okay. So what was the question? You got answer as 2525. So x plus 1 upon x, I have given how much? X plus 1 upon x was given as 5. Very good. I was checking that you remember or not. So homework question was x plus 1 upon x is given as 5. I have written find x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. Okay. So, but we all know we have no formula for x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. We have cubic formula, we have square formula. So, we will apply a logic. We will apply the logic. Logic says that how to get 5. How to get 5. So, I will just multiply x cube plus 1 upon x cube into x square plus 1 upon x square. Listen carefully. I will multiply x cube plus 1 upon x cube into x square plus 1 upon x square. Why we have done this? See it here. Because when x cube will multiplied by x square, it will become x to the power 5. And 1 upon x cube into 1 upon x square will become x to the power 5. Okay. So let's open this bracket. This multiplied by this will become x to the power 5. This multiplied by this 1 upon x to the power 5. Now what are the extra terms we are getting here? When this will be multiplied by this and this will be multiplied by this. So x cube into 1 by x square. I will be getting x cube into 1 by x square plus 1 by x cube into x square. 1 by x cube into x square. Is it correct? Everybody understood this? Okay. Now let's cancelling will be here. So it will be what? X to the power 5 plus x to the power 5 plus 1 by x to the power 5. Same thing I am writing here. Yeah. Same thing I have written here. Now here x cube and x square will get cancelled. So x 1 upon x cube and 1 upon x square will become 1 by x. In LHS it will remain the same. x cube plus 1 by x cube into x square plus 1 by x square. Okay. Okay. We need to find this value. We need to find this value. We already knew this value. That is equal to 5. So if we find these two values, we will get our answer. If we find these two values, that is x cube plus 1 by x cube and x square plus 1 by x square. Okay. So let's solve x cube plus 1 by x cube. Okay. I will solve in the next video. Okay. So we have x plus 1 upon x equal to 5. We need to find x cube plus 1 upon x cube. We have already done this type of question. It will become x plus 1 by x whole cube minus 3a into b into a plus b. Correct? So this will become what? This will become 5 cube minus 5 cube minus 3 times x got cancelled. This value was 5. So we will get 125 minus 15, that is 110. That is x cube plus 1 by x cube. Okay. Now we will find x square plus 1 by x square. Again we have done this yesterday only. X plus 1 by x whole square minus 2ab. A plus b whole square minus 2ab got cancelled. So it will become 5 square minus 2, that is equal to 23. Okay, very good. So we got two answers, that is 110 and 23. Let's put it here. So this answer was 110 and this was 23 is equal to x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5, and this value was already 5. When you will multiply this, what you will get? 23 into 11, 230, 250, 2530. Very good. We will get 2530. And 5 here minus 5 equal to x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. So we will get 2525. Okay, I will just erase it. I will get what? How much? 2525. This will be our answer. Very good. I Somebody is asking that when we multiply 2 and 3, we get 6. It doesn't happen like that way, na? Whenever exponents are there, exponent means power are there, whenever they are in multiplication we add the powers. Okay, whenever exponents are there, whenever they are in multiplication we add the powers, we don't multiply the powers. Okay. Okay, please take a screenshot of this slide. I will move on to next slide. Let's move on to next one. We have already done this type of question yesterday. Now we will practice more. This is an important format. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to next question. Sure. Let's start. X plus 1 upon x equal to 5. Find x to the power 6 plus 1 upon x to the power 6. X plus 1 upon x equal to 5. Then find No, they will. It's not a recap. It's already being taught again, Siddharth. Okay. Yes, Ananya, these types of format will be used in many of the questions. That's why we are putting a lot of effort in these type of questions. Yes, these questions. What Himanshu is saying. Okay, let's solve this. For finding power 6, for finding power 6, we will start from, let's say, squaring both sides. So x plus 1 upon x equal to 5. What I will do? Square both sides. Okay. So this will become x plus 1 upon x whole square equal to 5 square. This will be x square plus 1 by x square plus 2ab equal to 25. So here we will get x square plus 1 by x square equal to 23. Correct? Now we have to make it power 6. Now we have to make it power 6. Okay. P1 is saying x to the power 5. Obviously we can't do it now. Because for finding x to the power 5 again, P1 is saying to do it like this. This is a very wrong approach. Because here we are knowing this, but we have no idea about x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. Again we have to solve, make a new question here. Okay. Now again, what I will do? Cube both sides. What I will do? Cube both sides. Why we have done this? It is becoming a cube plus a plus b whole cube. Okay. So this will become x to the power 6 plus 1 upon x to the power 6 plus 3ab into a plus b. Correct? And what is 23 cube? What is 23 cube? Using the last question here, no? 23 cube, 23 square is 167. 12167. 12167. Now we need this, so we will keep it as it is. So x to the power 6 plus 1 upon x to the power 6 plus 3 times. And x square plus 1 upon x square we have already got 23. So 12167. X to the power 6 plus 1 upon x to the power 6. 12167 minus this thing. 69. Okay. What will be the final answer? 12098. Very good. 12098. So final answer will be 12098. This thing we can use only right now because we have done x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5 in the previous question. But whenever it will come in exam, like say after 2 years, will you remember the value of that question? Answer is obviously no. Yeah, we can do x cube into x cube also. Okay, very good. So let's move on to our next questions. Okay, take a screenshot. Yeah, we can do. We can do, Sheldon. Okay, done. Okay, let's move. Question number 2. If x plus 1 upon x equal to 2, x plus 1 upon x is equal to 2, find x cube minus 5x square plus x plus 1 upon x cube minus 5 by x square plus 1 by x. Let's say I give a question like this. Okay. Okay. Take the screenshot. Okay, I think so. It will be done. Okay, let's do this one. Sir, not listen. What are you saying, Hiteshwar? We will send Vaishnavi. Same question every time by -6. Okay. So here, what we will do? We will do pairing. Okay. So we will pair x cube plus 1 by x cube. We will write them together, these two together and these two together. So what we will see? We will see this question as x cube plus 1 by x cube. Now minus 5x square minus 5 by x square plus x plus 1 by x. Correct? Now I can write this thing as same x cube plus 1 by x cube minus 5 taken common. So x square plus 1 by x square. And we already know value of x plus 1 by x, that is equal to 2. So here we have to find the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube and x square plus 1 by x square. If we will put it, we will get the answer. Yeah. Take screenshot here. Okay. So what we have to find x cube plus 1 by x cube. Okay. So let's do it. We can easily make it quadratic equation also. Correct. So x cube plus 1 by x cube will be equal to again x plus 1 by x whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So this will become 2 cube minus 3 into 2. That is 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. Okay. Next thing, we have to find x square plus 1 by x square, that is equal to x plus 1 by x whole square minus 2x 1 by x. That is 4 minus 2, that is again 2. So we got this value as 2 minus 5 into 2 plus 2. So answer is minus 6. Very good. You all got correct answers. Okay. Second approach. We can just solve it by like this: x plus 1 upon x is equal to 2. Take LCM. So x square plus 1 equal to 2x. So x square plus 1 minus 2x equal to 0. This will become x minus 1 whole square equal to 0. So we will get x equal to 1. Put x equal to 1 in the question. So it will become 1, it will become minus 5, 1, 1, minus 5, 1. So in that way also we will get minus 6. Obviously quadratic is simple, but let's say if I put 1 here or 3 here or something else here, it will not be that simple. Let's just take x plus 1 by x as 5. Then quadratic approach will fail here. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to next question. Take a screenshot if you want. One is an easy question only, na? We have done, let's say, 8 times this x cube plus 1 by x cube. See, again I will explain. We have taken x cube plus 1 by x cube, we have written them together because we have to find the value of whole thing. Now again minus 5x square minus 5 by x square, we have written together x plus 1 by x together. Take minus 5 common. So we know how to find value of this thing and we know how to find the value of this thing. Okay. Not, it will not work for integers. Shalini, try it for x plus 1 by x equal to 5. It will fail there. Okay, let's move on to next one. Okay, what question should I give you? Let's do this. If x plus 1 upon x equal to 1, find x square plus 7x plus 1 upon x square plus 3x plus 1. X square plus 7x plus 1 upon x square plus 3x plus 1. Himanshu, very good. He is saying 2, Apurva 9 by 5, Mithul 2. Okay. So see this. We can take cross multiplication. So this will be formed as x square plus 1 upon x equal to 1. So x square plus 1 equal to x. Here also we are seeing x square plus 1. Here also we are seeing x square plus 1. So x square plus 1 plus 7x upon x square plus 1 plus 3x. And what is x square plus 1? X. So x plus 7x upon x plus 3x. That is equal to 8x upon 4x, which is equal to 2. Okay, which is equal to 2. Very good. We can do it also by dividing numerator and denominator by x. Divide numerator and denominator by x. So it will be x square plus 7x plus 1. So divide everything by x in numerator, and it was x square plus 3x plus 1. Divide everything by x in denominator. So this got cancelled, 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 cancelled. So numerator will look like x plus 1 by x plus 7 upon x plus 1 by x plus 3. Now we know the value of x plus 1 by x, that is equal to 1. So 1 plus 7 upon 1 plus 3, that is again 8 by 4, which is equal to 2. So this approach is also correct. X square plus 1 equal to x. Can you explain the last step again of method 1? Yeah, x and x will get cancelled, and 8 by 4 is equal to 2. We can't substitute x as 2. 2 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1. Varun is asking how x square. Oh my god. So just multiply this na. X into x LCM. X square plus 1 upon x equal to 1. Cross multiply it. X square plus 1 equal to x. Okay. Now I think it's clear to everyone. Yeah, Varun. Okay, it's early morning, I know. You might be sleeping. But just take a bath before the class. You will be attentive in class. No problem. Yeah, it got disappeared in last step. It's magic. It's a very, very interesting magic. When we divide x square by x, x square will get removed. Okay. Let's move on to next question. Okay. Now, this moving, we are changing the format now. We have done many question of this format x square plus 1 by x square and x cube plus 1 by x cube. Let's change the format. Some random questions here and there. Okay. Let's say if x equal to, let's say if x equal to t plus under root t square minus 8, okay, and y is equal to t minus under root of t square minus 8. If y is equal to 1, find x equal to how much? If y equal to 1, find x. Yeah, that's a good question, Vani. How we will decide divided by x? Okay, it's a repetitive kind of pattern. If you will see in the previous question, it was a repetitive kind of pattern here. It was, we were given x plus 1 by x. So we assumed it when we will divide the numerator by x, this will become x and this will become 1 by x. So we can substitute the value there. Okay, it's a good doubt. Okay, 8 is coming as an answer. Okay, 8 0. Okay, so see here, what we will do in this question is, this is looking as a plus b and this is looking as a minus b. So we will multiply these two, multiply. So when we will multiply, we will get x into y in LHS, and here t plus under root t square minus 8 into t minus under root t square minus 8. Correct? And when we will open the bracket, it will become a plus b into a minus b. That is a square minus b square. That is x into y. T square minus t square plus 8. X into y. These two got cancelled. So we got x into y as 8. Now we know y is equal to 1. So x will be equal to 8. Okay? I think it's very clear. Whenever we are seeing a plus b into a minus b, just multiply them. You will form the equation of a square minus b square. Correct? Let's move on to next question. Can we move on to next one? If n equal to 2 plus 1 into 2 square plus 1 into 2 to the power 4 plus 1, and it's going to 2 to the power, let's say, 64 plus 1 minus 1, then n equal to 2 to the power k. Find k. Find k here. We have to find, or we can just put it as find k. Samarth is getting 7. No, Samarth, just go through that question again. Very good, Himanshu. Excellent job. Which campus you are in, Himanshu? Very good. You are doing great. Mithul 128. Okay. So see, this is a very good question. In this, what we have to do is, see, question is given like this: 2 plus 1 into 2 square plus 1 into 2 to the power 4 plus 1, and it will be 2 to the power 64 plus 1 and minus 1. So what I will do here is, I will just multiply it by 2 minus 1 and divide it by 2 minus 1. Can we do this? Can we multiply it by some number and divide it by some number? Why? Why we have done this is to form the pattern of A minus B into A plus B. See here, see here. A minus B into A plus B. A minus B into A plus B is A square minus B square. Okay? A square minus B square. So this will become 2 square minus 1. Again, next term is what? 2 square plus 1. These two will make a format of, again, 2 to the power 4 minus 1. Again, when these two are multiplied, it will become 2 to the power 8 minus 1. Understood? 2 to the power 8 minus 1. Okay, so there is a mistake in this question. It should be plus here. Then only we will get the answer, na? Otherwise, it will not be solved. Okay. So on, so on, so on. So last term will be 2 to the power 64 minus 1 into this thing. 2 to the power 64 plus 1. Okay. So it will become 2 to the power 128 minus 1, and last thing 1 here plus 1. 1 and 1 get answer. 128. Sharan gave the answer 128, and then he is asking, sir, explain again. Sharan, how is this possible? You are giving answer, then you are asking explain again. You are spamming. By solving more question, Sri Charan, by solving more question only we can get from which question what to do. 2 minus plus 1. Yeah. So we have not written denominator because this will become 1. So whenever I will just explain this concept again. Just take a screenshot, I will explain this concept again. Yeah, I will just explain this concept again. Take a screenshot of this. So whenever, see, whenever you are seeing this type of pattern, x plus y, this thing has been used in JEE 4 times. In chapter like information, mental information, these chapters will come. In this pattern has been used many times. Okay, just take a screenshot. Everyone to explain this concept again. So whenever you are seeing x plus y into x square plus y square, then x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4 into x to the power 8 plus y to the power 8. Let's say we are going up to this much. Okay. So there is no method to factorize this. Okay. Okay. So what we will do, we will just multiply it by x minus y and divide it by x minus y. Why we have done this? Because these two will make a pair of a minus b into a plus b. What is a minus b into a plus b? That is a square minus b square. Okay. Now what is the next term? X square plus y square, x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4 into x to the power 8 plus y to the power 8. I am just writing every step here. Now see, these two again will form pair of a minus b into a plus b. A minus b into a plus b again will become a square minus b square. So it will become x to the power 4 minus y to the power 4, x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4, and again x to the power 8 plus y to the power 8 upon x minus y. Now, as you can see, when we will multiply these two, what we will get? X to the power 8 minus y to the power 8 into x to the power 8 plus y to the power 8 upon x minus y. And again, at last step, x to the power 16 minus y to the power 16 upon x minus y. So this will be the full procedure of doing these types of questions. So multiply and divide by x minus y. So whenever you are seeing this type of pattern, just multiply and divide by x minus y, and it will go on factorization. Factorization. Last step is a minus b into a plus. Now, one more important concept of factorization. Okay, one more important point of factorization is factorization of x to the power 4. See, uh, one second, I have to add one more slide here. Okay, yes. So let's remove all these things. Yes. It's not coming. One second. Let's solve it here. So one more important factorization. Please remember this thing, which I am going to. Yeah, x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1. Its factorization is x square plus x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1. This is a very important factorization and it will be used again and again. So just here. Write it again because some part is getting. So its value is x square plus x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1. Remember this thing. X square plus x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1. Okay? It's not visible. Okay? Then let's see. We can get space here, I think so. Yes. X to the power 4 plus x square plus 1. This can be written as x square plus x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1. This is the factorization of x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1. Okay, okay, it's visible. So we can prove it. Again, we can prove it. X to the power 4 plus x square plus 1 is there. We will add and subtract. Add and subtract x square. Add and subtract x square. So this will become x to the power 4 plus 2x square plus 1 minus x square. And this thing will become what? This thing will become x square plus 1 whole square minus x square. So a square minus b square. So a plus b into a minus b. So this is the factorization of x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1. Okay. This is correct. So any doubts you have, you can just ask. We have 3 minutes now. So you will get the video recordings will be uploaded. I will just send a PDF just right after the class only. Okay. Homework for tomorrow is to revise all the question notes, revise all the formulas, learn it by heart. Next class, correct? Yeah, you will daily get the videos there. My name is Suyash Chopra. Yes, yes, it will be uploaded. No, I don't know Telugu. Day after tomorrow is exam. Just only Resonance e-learning. Resonance e-learning YouTube channel name is there. You can find it there. Thank you, everyone.
Hello everyone, this is Zakir Hussain, Physics faculty at Resonance. The first thing I want to ask is, am I visible? Am I audible right now? If you respond, then I will know it is a thing. Otherwise, we are just going to continue anyway. Okay, so I am visible and as well as audible. Thank you for that. So once again, the introduction, Zakir Hussain, Physics faculty. I will be taking care of sort of like a chapter called Reptilian Motion for your CBC. Now, first thing I would mention this that there is a gap between 10th and this is what you call JEE preparation. You know, syllabus is same. It's 11th class, 11th, 12th, but this is 10th. So how do we do that? That's why I'm here to tell you that it's not just gonna be like a board one, okay, where you just get a certain number, certain 90%, 85%, 95%, and call it a day. No, the JEE is all about relative stuff, which means that if you're better than the other candidates, then you can call yourself like a topper. For example, if let's suppose math paper happened very hard, like it is a kind of a thing nowadays, and let's suppose every student in India, I'm not joking, this could happen, every student in India got 11 marks, and there you are getting 12 marks. 12, just one more. That makes you the what you called AIR1. I mean, or should I say 100 percentile. So it's not about the marks actually. It's about the relative stuff. It's about competition, less with the paper itself, more with the competitors, with the the guy beside you. So let's start. How can we bridge that gap? How to be better in that case? And we're gonna start this thing. As I said before, rectilinear motion, or in a very simple terms, this particular thing is called motion in straight line. Now, up until now, you had did what you called unit and dimension, right? Oh, wait a minute. There are some stuff I need to see here. Okay, somebody is asking, sir, is this a CBC course? Yes, of course. Are you the new teacher? I think I look different from the other guy, I believe. And somebody says, good morning. Well, thank you for that. So we have continued unit and dimension. I know this one, and it's a continuation of the syllabus. Somebody says, please increase the volume of the device. Is it really less volume? Okay. You know what? I'll check. Next is, sir, is the host? Yeah, that is correct. I mean, it's there. Next is very different. What about the unit and dimension? Oh, I think unit and dimension is done, right? In my information, I will tell you this thing. Unit, dimension, basically it's the basic building blocks of physics. If you know what is the unit of stuff, then it is easy. I mean, basically you know the chapter. I mean, let me ask you a simple question. Very simple. Tell me what is 3 kg, 3 kilogram plus 4 kilometer is. What do you think? What we gonna get when we add both of them? If you know the answer, then you did the unit dimension. If you did not know the answer, then we will talk about it. Yes, nothing, nothing, exactly. Look, unit dimension has one single reason that you understand in physics, units are important. You can't just merge two different units and call it as this thing. No. It doesn't happen like that. If you add 3 kg, you want to add something, okay, with that, of course, you're going to add 3 kg itself. That's a basic of unit and dimension. If a question gets very tough, you can get the answer with the elimination method, which is called unit dimension. You basically check which unit is following that option, and that's it. That's all there is. So many of you gave the answer, and I was glad. I'm kind of like hoping that a bit surprise answer because last to last year somebody says, "Sir, 3 kg plus 4 kilometer. Hmm, must be 28 liters." It was a funny guy, but he kind of like proved my point. You can't just merge two units and call it a new unit. So that's the unit and dimension. Oh, somebody is asking something, and there is a lot of question. Which branch do you teach Manikonda basically? And Manikonda campus. It's, I guess. Somebody says, is it the first class of CBC? Not really. It's like a third or fourth, you should say. Your accent is great. Should I take it as a compliment? Okay, let's take it as a. What is your name? I myself identify as Muhammad Zakir Hussain. And next question, revised unit dimension. Man, if I will do that, if I can complete this, believe me, that's my religion right now. First, sir, are you American or British? Come on, look, we are all Indians. At least see this. Sir, can't hear you. Who's asking this thing? Something like a Z start. Let me tell you something. You can hear, I believe, because other people are really, really hearing it. So, do you know the Telugu? Kuncham kuncham. That's the only answer you're gonna get. Okay, let's begin. We are spending a lot of time in talking. So rectilinear motion or motion in straight line, this is where the physics actually start. But we will go much more in kind of like a behind things. Okay, first we want to understand where this motion is actually come from, where the Newton's law come from. Actually, it's all started with this one tiny thing called mechanics. Now, mechanics, in simple terms, and you need to know this one. Okay, look, you can't understand about humans and animal unless you know how the planet is actually formed in the first place in a planet in solar system. So, mechanics is the study of cause and effect. I guess that the blue font is not much visible. I hope it's visible. Cause and effect of motion. Motion basically means something is moving, something is changing its state, and cause and effect. Now, these two words are important for us. So, listen very carefully. Cause means the reason due to which it actually happened. And what is the reason of anything moving in the first place? Well, it has to do with these two things. Force, that's for linear motion, like when it is in a straight line. And this thing is going to be torque. Oh, by the way, when I'm concentrating, I might not see the comments. Sorry about that. I really, really sorry about this one. But let's do the thing, and I'm definitely gonna answer all the questions. There are a bunch of comments I can see right there, which I haven't read it yet. But let's focus on the thing. Here we got effect. Now, effect means what happened due to that force or due to torque? Well, simple thing. If somebody push you, you move forward. It's simple as that, which means you're gonna get displacement, distance, you're gonna get velocity, you're gonna get acceleration. Is that clear? So that's the cause and effect. Now let's focus on um separation. Like, what do we get after that? Well, after that, we get something called static and dynamic. Wait a moment. Dynamics. Now, what it means, it's literally the name itself, it's explaining it. The static means it is gonna be in rest condition, meaning whatever you're gonna study is has to be like no motion at all. Like a block is just on the table on the ground, and it's gonna get total net force is zero. This symbol I just made, it is for the summation. I believe the ninth and 10th class people actually know a little bit, that's just my thinking. So net force is gonna be zero, acceleration is gonna be zero. If you do this thing like finding acceleration and force, you're basically doing for the static condition. Next is gonna be dynamic, which is going to be study when object is moving. Now, object moving obviously means that it has already velocity or doing displacement or acceleration. Now, we will divide this thing further into two parts, and that's going to be the last dividation here. We're going to get something called kinetics, and we're going to get something called kinematics. Now, what is that each of these means? Kinetic is all about cause of motion, which means forces, which means the chapter you are going to get also you're going to get this thing in CBC. That is going to be Newton's laws of motion. And right here in kinematics, we get the three things, and one of them is written right over here. Then I get the study of effect, which means velocity, acceleration, and displacement. And that is gonna be right here. Velocity. Oh, should I say the chapter name? That would be much better. Just wait a moment. It is going to be rectilinear and then projectile, which is basically like two-dimensional motion. Like if you throw something, which I'm not going to do it, but if I throw it, it will go do this. You know how you play ball or football? You kick the ball and the ball goes like that, not in a straight line, not into the space, but actually goes to the ground by doing a sort of like a circular type of shape. That's motion. Then the last one, and something about this one. Well, I love this chapter. Sorry. I either love this chapter or hate this chapter. There is no in between, either this or this. This one is my favorite also. Relative motion. So that is the basic of what we are supposed to do in the rectilinear chapter. Mechanics, if I have to say. So there it is. Now I'm kind of done with the writing part and lecture part. I'm going to see the comments, but there is small stuff I have to do for the technical point. So please wait here just for 2 minutes. That's all. Meanwhile, you can do me a favor. I actually kind of like promote really this thing, and I know you may not find it like very productive thing, and that is please do write what I write, because when you write stuff instead of just listening, you are actually doing the active learning. Look, listening something is like passive learning. If you write, you're doing active learning, remembering things by yourself, and this is the best thing you can get. Have 10 listening class of 1 hour or just 30 minutes of writing by your own equivalent. Okay? So meanwhile you do the writing, I will just be like 2 minutes, 20 minutes, take care of this technical part, technical stuff, and come back here. Please, okay. Just do it. Okay? Keep on writing. All right, so here I'm back, and as I said before, oh, sorry about this. You should keep on writing. Meanwhile, I will see what the comment is all about. Okay, so yeah, I am listening, I am reading. It's just that I am having a brain which can focus on one stuff. Okay, now I'm free. I'm gonna see the chat here. So let's see the recent one. Okay, what is torque? You see this, somebody asked what is torque. If I do that and it's rotate, that's a torque right there. Torque is basically the force in the rotational motion. Now somebody says, sir, can you move? Oh, yeah, it's a little difficult. So up to here, I think it's fine. Somebody says, oh, there is a lot of comment. Sir, okay, I understood. Okay, what is relative motion? Somebody asked, what is the relative motion? You know what? Me also wanted to find out for a last 15 years, I guess you can call it, or 20 years, sorry, 20 years to be specific. We're gonna learn together what is relative motion. Okay, can you please talk in Indian English? भाई बिहार का चलेगा यूपी बिहार का I don't think so. So I'm gonna continue in this English one. Sir, what is okay English? When the college is reopening, why do you want to ask this question? I was always believing that the students are like, sir, let's have more holidays. Okay. If you are asking, I believe the timing is June, the starting of the June. And I really appreciate whoever asked this question. Like, it's weird, but okay, that's what you want. Yes, thank you. Somebody said 1st June, and that guy is good. Who's that? Abhinav. Awesome, Abhinav. So we have a board in holidays. I think I can relate to this thing. I am also bored in the holidays. So please move. Okay, okay. Dynamics and static are equilibrium. No, 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 no. They're not equilibrium right now. Equilibrium is a different thing. Video is not clear. Can you make? Okay, okay. Thank you for the. Assalamu alaikum. Assalam, bhai. I think some of you know. Oh, that's why. Anyway, video is distorted. I think there's one thing you should know about the technical stuff. If you're watching this thing from mobile phone, you will get lag there, which is lasted something like in my opinion, somewhat like a 500 milliseconds or something. Oh, okay. Sir, can you talk in Hindi? देखो भाई ऐसा है पढ़ना सबको है और पढ़ना आपको अंग्रेजी में है अंग्रेजी बहुत ज़रूरी है आपको बहुत सारा चीज़ अंग्रेजी में करना है ये भी अंग्रेजी में है किताब भी अंग्रेजी में होगी और जाके आपको कंप्लेन भी अंग्रेजी में करना है सो वी आर गोना स्टिक टू इंग्लिश फॉर नाउ कैन यू यूज हिंदी इन बिटवीन आई विल ट्राई माय बेस्ट Okay, I think the people have noted down, and the speed of the comment feels like a light speed right now. I am unable to read every single one of them. Which branch I am from? Somebody, okay, Varun Reddy, you're copy pasting that thing. Okay, to make it highlight. All right. There's campus called Manikonda, which is, I believe, close to the outer ring road. Not really close, but kind of like a bit there. Manikonda, you can search online. Okay, it's kind of a thing. Oh, there is 78 lots of. Oh, could you wait because the comment is going way faster. I need to scroll it. Okay. Somebody asked, is it Madhapur? I was in Madhapur actually, like went into every campus you can think of. But let's focus. Let's focus. We are getting distracted. Okay. I really like the speed of the comments right now. It's like I have that's so many comments. Okay. Let's really come here. Now, you know what? I was talking about what do you called this static and dynamics. And somebody pointed out like Is it like a state? How do I know static and like somebody asked this thing? So I will say this and listen very carefully. Static and dynamic is not a real thing. Okay, let me ask you something. Okay, I will try my best. Right now, am I static right now? Yes. Oh, by the way, your video did not lag it. I just kind of like went straight. So the thing is, you feel I'm static. Okay, I was in rest condition, no velocity, right? But let me surprise you, I was also dynamic at the same time. I was moving at like thousands of kilometer per second. You may be wondering, well, how is it possible? Well, very easy. Because this is what I am, and I am on a tiny thing called planet Earth, which is doing this. You get my point? What is that? And at the same time, it's revolving around something massive for Earth, but tiny in the universe, and that is Sun. So tell me, as I'm staying on Earth, which is rotating very fast, like imagine taking a flight for 24 hours around the Earth that fast, and it is rotating around the sun, and the sun itself is actually moving in the galaxy, and galaxy is moving in the galaxy cluster. Am I really in rest condition, like absolute rest? What is your answer? Obviously no. So the dynamics in static is not a fixed thing. It only depends on one thing only, and that is, well, you are doing this thing through a screen. Depends on, we call it observer, and the observer would be saying, sir is in rest condition, or should I say static. I was earlier, but any person who is somewhere here, what is that? Let's see whether you can identify or not. I will try my best to make it as correct as possible, let's call it. So what do you think? What does this green thing looks like? Come on, my drawing is not that bad. Yes, thank you. Yes, it's a satellite. Actually, I try to make international space satellite, but it has too many segments. I can't make all of them. But any person who is right here inside this thing will say that I'm moving very fast. So you see, there is no what you call rest or motion, absolute rest or motion condition. It all depends on one thing and one thing only, and that is right there, observer. So every single time when we do any question, we need to define what the observer is and do the entire calculation with respect to that. Okay? Yes, point of view, very good. Frame of reference, awesome. Who said that? Janvi, thank you. I mean, I really appreciate when people say the exact word I'm looking for. What's the difference between point and reference point and observer? Well, observer has two eyes and point has one point. That's it. So that's just tiny point here. Okay, they are related terms. That's awesome. Who says Vinay Paul? Very good. Definition. Uh, Anything which moves with respect to observer is dynamic. Anything doesn't move with respect to observer is rest condition or static. Frame of reference, point of reference, or observer are basically like what you called, wait for it. Do you recognize this thing? What did I just made here? What is that? Yep, that's a graph. That's a graph. And what does this thing represent? Good, very good. It's an origin. That origin is not just 0, comma 0. It's actually like an observer. It's a point of reference. How do I say point of reference? It basically tells what is right hand side and what is left hand side. It tells the location. Now imagine this. Right now you can see who is in the right hand side, who is in the left hand side. If I do this, you really can tell where exactly this person is, these two in the space. There is no reference, no way to know how far or where they are. All you can say, it's it's my running joke. This is Ram who is beside Shyam, and where is Shyam? Beside Ram, and where are these two? Beside each other. So you're basically making them as a point of reference. So that point, that origin which I mentioned earlier, that is what you called observer. A point of reference, frame of reference. Okay? So got it? So once again, I'll take a 2 minute pause, 1 minute. I will make sure the screen would be visible so that you can write it down, because again, I'm saying this thing, listen 10 boring classes, write down this 30 minute by yourself, equivalent. There you go, that's your screen. Meanwhile, I will answer a few things in the comment. Somebody says, can you put it once? Yeah, there it is. It's there. And is Madhapur branch awesome? I think it's awesome. Okay, there are so many comments. What? How are so fast? I remember I kind of like write it like an essay. I type one word, think about it, then do it again. Oh, thank you for compliment. I was saying drawing is nice. Varun Reddy, okay. You speak. Thank you for this thing also. Thank you for other one. Somebody says how much experience. Oh, I forgot to mention. I actually did the IIT, which you are probably going to do it in the first attempt. So that plus years of experience, being an ITN, have a motto of make more ITN. Let the world suffer. Oh, my mistake. Sorry. I meant as let's have more people like me. Oh, thanks for that. My drawing is mediocre, by the way. Okay, somebody asked a very important question. How can I can remember the topic very fast? Look, do you know how to find a word in a dictionary? Look, don't use AI for this thing, but let's suppose you wanted to find sort of like let's say a word in a dictionary. How do you find it? Let's say the word itself is called motion, Motion. Okay. You find F, then O, then T, right? Entire dictionary, which has a thousands of words, you can find that one word very quickly. That's how you remember the things. You actually categorize them like arrange them like a tree. I also remember it like that. For example, I don't directly remember rest and dynamic condition. I remember, okay, there is a mechanics, then there is further divide, then each of them have a more divide, and that's how you do. Yeah, I am an ITN, or was ITN because I was in college, but I'm not anymore. Same thing. Okay. Oh, somebody's asked how many years of experience you have. 12 plus. If I say I'm get out from the IT and so on, so a lot basically, because let me tell you something personally about me that um, even when I was in IIT, there was NGO, NSO, kind of like a program we used to run every semester holidays for this different students. So I kind of like do that also, something like that. Okay. Okay. Not IIT Hyderabad. It is kind of like I went a lot of up and down. So it's like I went here, then came here. Here meaning I'm talking about a beautiful place with lots of mountain and a river, pure natural state where people go for holiday. And I went there for 4 years. It's an awesome experience. Like especially when you wake up and see the mountains and you walk up to the mountain in the morning for a track. And at that time there was a bit of a rain is going on, but when you went upstairs, the rain is now below you, kind of like you are above the clouds, seeing the morning, clouds floating like an ocean. It was IIT Mandi. Awesome place. Oh, anyway, there's a lot of comment. I'm just gonna scroll once and then we are gonna move on to the next thing. Okay, I think a lot of people have done the stuff and we are running out of time. We need to let's move on to the next thing. The next thing here we're going to do in a very basic way is going to be this position, displacement, and distance. Introduction. Okay. So first thing first, we understand just now we did that is 0 comma 0. Oh, I'm not gonna read the comment while I'm teach. Okay, just listen. I will do the engagement. So there is gonna be a 0 comma 0 which tells where object is, origin, and here we are going to get a person right there running like this. And this person right now it is at a comma 0. Let's call it for number 5 comma 0. And soon it will move to a point called b comma 0, which is gonna be called 10 comma 0. So right now what I'm defining for this running person is position. These two are position, where we are gonna call it x2, which is called final position. As if you are going to use variable b, if you are going to use number, it's gonna be 10, and x1 is gonna be initial position, which again if you use variable it's gonna be a, or if you use number it is gonna be 5. So what I'm defining right now is position, and based on the values, whether the value is positive, value is negative, you're actually telling the person is gonna be right hand side, or it's gonna be left hand side there. Or same thing can be done if you include not this 0 but some number, then you're gonna get y axis. If you add another number, you're gonna get 3-dimensional, which is gonna be x, y, and z, which is means up, right hand side, left hand side, and also beyond board or behind the board, kind of like a 3-dimensional. So once again, what I'm defining here is the position. But why am I defining it? I'm defining it to tell this thing, which we are gonna call it displacement. Now, what is displacement in a very simple term? Displacement is the shortest, or let's write even simpler one. It's a line connecting initial and final point or final position. If somebody asks how to write the displacement, quite simple. You're gonna write the displacement. First of all, it is mostly given or represented like this. It is going to be known as simply this symbol, which is S, or sometime refer as delta X. If it is your first time, I will tell delta simply means subtraction of two quantities. So delta here is gonna be, or displacement here is gonna be final position minus initial position. I generally write I here, but for the simplicity's sake, we're gonna call it as 1, x1. So here we get, if you're using the variable b minus a, or if you're using what do you called number, then it is gonna be 10 minus 5, which is gonna be 5 meter if you have taken this thing as meter. So there you go, that's a display, very simple term. But there is a lot of things there, like it's a vector quantity, it's different from distance, it's kind of a small. We all need to talk about this one, but as usual, write it down. And meanwhile, I will check the comments. Yes, somebody says, Samhita, yes, it's a shortest distance possible. Somebody asked, did you got the J main seat? That's a weird question to ask. I think I kind of, because I went to Indian Institute of Technology. Okay, position should be including both coordinates. Yes. Look, somebody asked very good question, and I really appreciate good question. So listen, I am taking only the one coordinate, which is the x here. But if the question have like let's say x comma y, then the formula will not be x2 minus x1. I'm just gonna mention this as a special case because somebody asked, and I'm really happy somebody asked this thing. Special case for two-dimensional 2D, the displacement is gonna be square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. I believe you can recognize this thing. I have written very small. You do have a way of zooming in, by the way. So it is going to be like this. It's like a Pythagoras theorem. I'm going to take a side so that you can see it and write it down. This is like a Pythagoras where you, yes, very good. It's a distance formula. Who said that? Go, okay. You know what? There's one thing bad about me. I'm not good with names. I have a habit of butchering the names. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like working on it. Um, it's in 10th. That's awesome. Manindra, thanks. Oh, by the way, if I say your name wrong, please sorry about that. Do you live in Hyderabad? No, I actually fly from International Space Station at 9:05 and then do the class here at 9:10, and then at 10:10 I have to go to the Mars planet actually. It's kind of like a busy schedule I have. Okay. Uh, Okay, there are more things, but do make sure you write it down. Look, all jokes are free, all stand-up comedian is free, all the history is free, as long as this is a payment. Complete it. You got 1 minute left. Why am I sarcastic? I think it's in my nature. Which, okay. Uh, okay. Oh, there are other teachers mentioned. Awesome, thank you. Uh, okay, okay. All right, I think it's fine. Almost like few people are saying they're done. Somebody is asking, will I be teaching the class tomorrow also? Yes. Actually, as long as we have this thing rectilinear motion, I will be there. Oh, thank you. Somebody actually took the screenshot and showing it that it's actually visible. Who said that? That's really good. What did this thing? Harshit Agrawal, thanks for that. Which means my concern that is it visible or not has been solved. Thank you very, very much. Which IIT is the best for the student? Any IIT you can get is gonna be best for you, believe me. Because IT means one thing I learned, and that is you actually get the freedom to choose something of your own, something which defines you. Look, the ITs are not just gonna be specifically going for engineer. My friends are engineer in ONGC, in HPCL, in Google. I mean, there are a bunch of them here in Hyderabad itself. But I'm here. There are two friends who are in the UPSC zone, let's call it. One is like got the EAC seat. So the point here is not just IIT, let me tell you simple stuff. IIT, NIT, government funded technology institute, these things gives you a freedom. Let me ask you a very simple question. Why are you here doing the Zoom class, doing the study for IIT? Did you choose it? Because the reason you are here is actually your parents, in a very simple terms. They actually want your future to be secure. They didn't get the future themselves. So they want you to get it. And let me tell you one thing, they are doing every stuff for you right now. Whether you actually realize this thing or not. But one thing I find very great is when you go into the college, you're going to learn a lot of stuff. You're going to mistake a lot of the mistake. And you understand that you have a freedom to be what you want to be in a simple terms. It's not going to be very glorious like going from Mars to Earth and then Moon, very busy schedule. But it is something of your own choice. That matters well. And that's why I said it's not about IIT or NIT or government funded technology institute. It's about one thing that you get a freedom to choose which branch, which project, which extra class you wanna take, which lab you wanna attend, do you wanna be hiking and trekking or camera guy outsider, or do you want to be a very stealthy programmer? Let's call it this way. There are a bunch of ways you can be in that. That's what I like about these colleges. Oh, last time I will shift here because somebody is asking they can't see the board. And I'm gonna wait for 10 to 15 seconds and then move on to the next thing, which is gonna be the proper introduction of displacement. Somebody says IPL. I don't think I follow that. Oh, you attended the CBC. Who attended the CBC? Okay. Oh, somebody share Boma Abhinav. Oh, you share the entire board page. That image looks great. Okay, I think some many of you are saying that it's done, that you have written everything there is needs to be written. So let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be the displacement itself in detailed way. Previous was just an example. So displacement, I will write as a bullet point by the way. First, the one thing you need to understand, it is a vector quantity, meaning it has a direction and magnitude. And how do I know it has these things? Because if you remember in the previous question, the person was going from x1 5 to x2 10, right hand side, and we got displacement equals to 10 minus 5 as plus 5. If the person was going, let's say, left hand side, LHS, what would happen is you would not be getting plus 5. No, you would be getting 5 minus 10, which is going to be minus 5. Okay, that minus symbol tells that it is going to be left hand side. So that's why I'm saying it has direction and magnitude. Direction meaning the symbol plus minus you're gonna get, magnitude means the number itself. Is that clear? That's the first point. Second, it is the shortest distance possible. And that connects with the other point. What is distance exactly? To explain it well, I'm going to take an example. Suppose we have, uh, which superhero, by the way, do you like? Let's pretend the superhero has a cap or cape, sorry. And it's kind of like flying and then came down to the earth. And the cape is still flowing. Okay, I hope it's look like a cape. Anyway, that person went from, let's call it from 0 comma 0 to 10 comma 0 in a circular path. Wait a moment. You know what, let's have values which are friendly. That would be much good. So here we are going to get, let's have it as 14 comma 0. So here we're getting circular path, and I'm going to tell about distance and displacement both. Right now the displacement happened right hand side. This is displacement, which is equals to 14 itself. 0, 14, done. But what is distance here? That thing is distance. And distance here, my friend, is not gonna be 14. Nope. As you can see here, radius is equals to 14 divided by 2, 7. Take pi value 22 by 7. You know what? I will give you this opportunity. You can have the honor here. I will wait only for 15 seconds, by the way, 15 to 20 seconds. Tell me what is the distance is gonna be. I'm gonna watch the comments now. And look at this, Apurva Kumar, and oh, once again, I'm asking for distance which is half of the circle. Just in case I'm defining half of the circle. Okay, you can take pi value is equals to 22 by 7 for approximation. I will repeat this thing. It's an approximation. Okay. Very good. I mean, there are so many people, I can't name all of them. There are so many. Correct answer. Awesome. So let me just write it. The distance here is going to be half of the circle, which is like 2 pi r by 2. Half. 2 to cancel. You get pi r, which means 22 by 7 for simplicity's sake. Radius is going to be 7. Cancel that. And we got the answer, 22. That's the distance. Now distance do not have any direction. It's purely a scalar quantity. So what we get here is you can make hundreds of distance here, multiple paths, but there is only one shortest one, which is the direct one. That is going to be the displacement. And we are understanding a very, very important thing, and that is distance. And it's a special note, by the way, that's why blue color. Distance is more or less greater than displacement. Write it down as important stuff. It will really helps you out. Now I'm kind of done with the entire board, so you know me very well what I'm gonna say. Take 2 minutes, write it down. I will see your comments, and that would be it for the today's class. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to read what is there. Make sure you write it down, and you don't have to make the drawing, by the way. Somebody else, please, Shabin, Zaev, Shabin, give the question once more. I will try to read it. There are like hundreds of comments happening per second. I never saw the speed before. Like hundreds of comments. How does it possible? Somebody is giving the definition, which I like. Thank you. The distance is that and displacement is that. So how many marks in the 10th class? Oh, you know what? That's remind me of something. I will tell you. Somebody asked how many marks I got in 10th class. It's been a while, so obviously I don't remember. But let me ask you something in return, which is going to be helpful for you. Do you remember in 6th class, third test of your year, how much marks you got? Third, not third year, sorry, my mistake. Third test, 6th class, 6th class. Don't remember, right? You know why am I asking? Is to tell you that in CBC or in 11th and 12th class, you will be having test every week. Not in CBC, but at least in the regular classes. So each of these things don't matter well in the grand scale, which means if you got selected, do you really think those numbers matters much? No. So my point here is going to be for you, those who got good marks, first of all, awesome, congratulations. Those who did not, it doesn't matter. So let me tell you, everything is just a step towards a better beyond. Okay. So thank you, whoever asked that question. It's thank you. Okay. So any other questions we have? Let's see. Oh, by the way, I'm making sure that you can see the board. I will be moving around here and there. Completed. Thank you, Kavya Shri Poonam. Okay, thank you for that. So where from? I'm from planet Earth. Okay. Which IIT from? IIT Mandi, as I have stated before. Done with the writing part. Good, thank you. Should we use the displacement formula? Where should we use the displacement formula? Whenever the question is asking for velocity, whenever the question is asking for acceleration, anything related to vector requires something in meter, it's always gonna be displacement, not the distance. Uh, Abdul Nasser, I will wanted to give your answer to your question. Please just write it once. I will try to see it. Okay. Good question. Arshit, Arshita. Okay, Arshit. Sorry, not Arshita. Arshit. Your question is, what is the strategy to crack I? Would you answer my question? How does the river makes canyon, split the mountains and kind of like go from Himalaya to, let's say, Bay of Bengal? How does it do that? I will tell you. Consistency. Just like a river, be boring, be mundane, be simple. Just do what needs to be done. There are rivers everywhere. It's very mundane, it's simple, it's a natural phenomenon, gravity in physics from top to bottom. But the same river creates life, creates canyon. The same strategy you need to apply. Have few books for the physics, which I personally like and really highly advise. H.C. Verma, you will not go wrong, straightforward. And of course, our this resonance material as well. If you have these two, just solve the question like a river, continuous flowing, consistency. Every day, at least one question, never go zero. at least one question every day, every single day. If you do it, 365 into 2, it's a big number for a preparation. Very big number. Now, somebody is asking more stuff. Do you believe in hard work and luck? I believe you can do AIR one. No joking, by the way. The AIR one does not have three eyes here and here, here. It has two eyes, one nose, one mouth, two ears, and one brain. You have that. Yes, thank you. Consistency is the key of success. Somebody recognized that. Rename the book you suggested. H.C. Verma, the professor of IT Kanpur. Awesome one. So distance is always greater than displacement. Not always. The symbol I have written there previously was greater or equal important. Okay. Two times again. I'm trying to see question. Let me tell you my perspective right now. The the moment I said perspective, three or five comments went. That's my problem here. Okay. Okay. There are more. I can't see the. Yeah, you cannot see the screen. Obviously, sorry for the inconvenience because last 5 minutes is left, and we want to save the screen so that you can have that thing a bit later on. Uh, okay. Okay, PDF. Teach tomorrow. Yes, I will teach tomorrow. And look, I'm gonna talk more. Okay, you wanna listen more, but unfortunately, time is a thing which says it's a scalar quantity and it never stop. It continuously flow. Bottom line, time is over. So let's meet tomorrow and we're going to learn more things about it. Today, what we did, just a revision. We did the mechanics, we did the position, we did the displacement and distance introduction. And thank you for watching this thing. And I really appreciate all the comments and all the comments which I have not seen it. Sorry about that. I will try my best to do this. And there we go. I think the PPT is kind of like uploaded to you. It contains the unit dimension stuff, a little bit of the questions, and also the today's one. Okay. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. How's your beta? Chalo, good morning. Okay, so what we are discussing beta in the last class, we started our part which is based on beta atomic orbitals, है ना? Shape of orbitals we are discussing. Maybe initially you have beta some confusions, है ना? Because we cannot imagine this thing. This is a very microscopic level, okay? But we can connect this with some analogy beta, which we can imagine. Okay, so listen carefully. You are new, no problem, beta. What I am going to discuss now, yes, confusion is there always regarding beta orbit orbital because it's a part of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics, okay, and even in the JE level, we are not going to discuss that much of quantum mechanics required to understand this. Okay, so these are the bit of mathematical results of quantum mechanics, especially Schrodinger wave equation. Okay, Schrodinger wave equation is required to understand this. So when we will study bit of atomic structure in detail in our main track, then you will get more idea. Here what I am going to discuss, I am discussing ki if okay, we are comparing bit of energy level or electron location in the atom, है ना? Then how to answer? Okay, so in this you will be comfortable in answering all the questions regarding this thing. Clear? So our purpose will fulfill. Just a minute. So the topic I am starting, which is our shape of orbitals. Okay, shape of orbitals. Shape of orbitals is we know with mathematical evidence. Okay, we have mathematical evidence also and experiment like spectroscopy. So which is bit a higher science. Okay, so shape of orbital here first I am taking the S orbit. S orbit. My suggestion is these all are informations. Okay, so if we will remember it now, we can easily answer. S orbital, what is the shape of S orbital? Yesterday we discussed also. So, what is the diagram? है ना? So, S orbital shape is it is spherical. Okay, it is spherical. So, if I'm going to draw, then what I will say, suppose it is our x-axis, x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis, or this region, है ना? Which this region is I can say it is S orbital. S orbital. So what was the definition of orbital? Orbital is the region in three dimension. It's a space where the finding ability of an electron, okay, is maximum, more than 95%. Okay? So this is the region where this is the region where we can find 1 minute. Beta. Okay, so this is the region where we can find the electron in s orbital. Now there is an s subshell. Okay, s subshell, s subshell, s subshell has one s orbital, one one s orbital. To represent this one s orbital, okay, this is represented by a box. Okay, and here how many electrons we can fill? Two electrons. So maximum electrons, okay, in s orbital is beta 2. Okay, or maximum electrons in s subshell is also 2. Maximum electrons in s subshell is also 2. Okay, so this is an information to remember. Okay. अब next, this is directional or non-directional. S orbital is directional or non-directional. So because it is spherically symmetrical, you will say that this nature of s orbital is non-directional. Non-directional orbital. Okay. So everything I will relate with the quantum numbers. Just wait. Okay? Just wait. So this is our s orbital. Next, second, spinning loop p orbit. Okay? So when I say the shape of p orbital, okay, the shape of p orbital is dumbbell, dumbbell shape. Okay, अब in the p subshell, okay, in the p subshell, we have the three p orbitals represented by three box. Okay, just wait. What I am saying, just listen carefully. So it is three orbitals, which is px, py, and pz. Can you tell me the maximum capacity of p? How many electrons can fit inside? Maximum 6. है ना? You can write by 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So 6 electrons. है ना? Maximum electrons. Maximum electrons. If I fit here 6. Where beta? In the p subshell. In the p subshell, maximum electrons can be beta 6. So how many orbitals? 3 orbitals px, py, pz. So these orbitals are known as degenerate. Huh? There is a terminology, degenerate orbitals. Degenerate. What is the meaning of degenerate? Degenerate means the orbitals having same shell value, same shell, and the same subshell. So their energy is same. Okay, so can I say that Px, Py, Pz are degenerate orbital, and the degenerate meaning is, the degeneration means they have equal, energy. Okay, they have equal energy. Degenerate, they have equal energy. Okay, boxes, these are electrons, beta. These are electrons. One electron is shown by half arrow. Okay, yes. Yes, I'll draw the shape beta. So first, here beta, first point, देखो px orbital. Px, x is representing कि it is along x-axis. Okay? Px means along x-axis. So if suppose this is px, okay, this is x-axis beta, this is y-axis, okay, or perpendicularly z-axis. So how to draw? This one represents px. Okay, these two lobes. So here, this one particular part is known as a lobe. Okay, lobe, and two lobes will create a dumbbell shape. This dumbbell shape, है ना? My mistake, dumbbell shape. So two lobes are present. Here, the electron density with the probability of finding electron density is 0. This particular area is known as node. Okay, so this is a pure. Just I am completing then. Okay, py, if py, then this is y-axis now. So we'll draw like this. Okay, pz, pz, pz means along the z-axis. Yes, z-axis. Ab z-axis. How to draw z-axis, beta? So this is x, this is y, perpendicular to it. Outside the board, perpendicular to it, it is z-axis. So can I draw like this? This is pz, beta. Pz. Px, Py, Pz. Okay. How many lobes total? 6. 2 lobes in one orbital, Px, Py, and Pz. And one orbital can take how many electrons? 2. So we have total. Okay. Total 6 electrons can be accommodated in this. Okay. अच्छा, अब just imagine कि atom is a 3-dimension now. Atom is 2-dimension entity or 3-dimension? 3-dimension entity. Is a 3-dimension entity. Okay. Now, if I show you everything in a cube, it's all 6 orbits, all 6 lobes I am going to show you. Okay, please wait. What I am explaining, focus on it now. You'll miss this also. Okay. So what I am saying, if I show you this everything in a cube, okay, if I am showing everything in a cube, then they are along the axis. Along the axis. Listen carefully. Suppose here I am. Okay. अब listen carefully. कि suppose this is along x-axis, है ना? This is y-axis, and this is z-axis, ना? Clear? X-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Center of the cube, center of the cube, okay? Center of the cube. अब along the x-axis, beta, px we have to draw. So how to draw the px? Px is will touch the face, like if this is a room, this wall and the board, this wall, px is present in this wall. Okay, this is our px or okay. Now can you tell me where y is present? Py, where y is present? Y. Okay, so I can draw easily. This is py, this is py. Okay, up and down, correct, correct. Okay, now next this one. Okay, now one front, one back. This is our pz. Okay, now tell me one thing. What you are. I showed you a cube due to कि you can easily find the axis. Easily you can answer the axis. Px, py, pz, okay, are perpendicular to each other or not? Again, are they perpendicular to each other? All the orbitals. These orbitals are perpendicular to each other. Px, py, and pz. And can I say that all together they will create a three-dimensional structure around the nucleus, where we can find the electron with highest probability? Yes. If I see all three orbitals, so they will create a three-dimensional structure around the nucleus. Acha, clear na beta? But if I am checking px, can I say yz plane any electron density of px in the yz plane? If I am talking about px, no. Yes, correct. Correct, beta. So in yz plane there is no electron density. This will become our nodal plane if there is no electron density. Okay, is this clear? Acha, in the cube, tell me beta, in the cube, how many faces present? In the cube, how many faces present? Six, na? And how many lobes? How many lobes? Six lobes. Px, py, pz, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. So it is easy to imagine. That's why I okay, clear. So next, p orbit. Acha, one more thing I missed. S orbitals, S orbitals is non-directional now. P orbitals, P orbitals are directional. They are present along the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Okay. Now third, d orbital. D orbital. Visible on. What is the shape between d orbitals? So d orbital shape is double bubble. General. D orbitals are double shape. Okay, double shape. अब there is in suppose d subshell. D subshell. The D subshell has total five. One, two, three, four. Total five d orbitals. They have their name also. Okay, dxy, dyz, dz. Okay, E square minus y square and d z square. Total, how many electrons are there? Orbitals, 5 orbitals. So d subshell contains 5 orbitals. Okay, how many electrons can be accommodated? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so maximum electrons in D subshell. Maximum electrons in a D subshell possible 10. Okay, so can I say better? There's an arithmetic progression is going on. Arithmetic progression 1, 3, 5, 7. S subshell 1 orbital, P subshell 3 orbital, D subshell 5 orbital. Okay, F subshell, how many orbitals present in F subshell? But F subshell 7. Okay, G subshell, if G subshell is there, then 9. Okay, then H subshell is 11. Like there's a difference of 2, common difference of 2. Acha, if maximum electrons we can count, then also we can answer give it a S subshell 1, then P subshell, okay, S subshell 2, P subshell 6, 2, 6. Okay, then 10, 14, then 18, then 22. So in this way also we can remember ki SPDFG, SPDFG, okay, and 2, 6, 10. S orbital, which is spherical in shape now. So S orbital, only one orbital is present in S subshell. It can accommodate maximum only two electrons because one orbital always yesterday we discussed. No? One orbital can have only two electrons. Okay, so now I am going to discuss bit of its shape. Okay, so just wait bit of just wait. Shape discussing. So there are two type of orbitals. First is non-axial orbitals. Non-axial. Non-axial orbitals. Non-axial orbitals are dxy, dyz, so they are also directional. What is the meaning of what is the meaning of dxy, dyz, dxz? They are non-axial. If they are having non-axial, can I say for the non-axial, is orbitals lobe are present in between the axis, not along the axis. So there are two type of orbitals, axial orbitals and non-axial. Okay, lobes in between the axis, correct? But so we can say here lobes are lobes are okay in between the axis. In between the axis. Lobes are in between the axis. Like, देखो, first A part I am taking between dxy. dxy. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. Here we will draw this x and y. Axial and non-axial bit are nothing but ki how we are drawing the structure of the x and y in between. So in between means at the 45. This is dumbbell. This is dumbbell. This is dumbbell. So this orbital is known as with a dxy. dxy. In between the axis at 45. Correct, correct. Okay. Next, dyz. dyz. So for the dyz, the code, what I will do, I will change the axis. This is yz. Now dyz is okay. अब my simple question. dxy and dyz, they are in the same plane. No, they are not in same plane. But because my board is two dimension now, that's why I changes the axis. Okay, correct. C part, it is dxz. How to draw dxz? So dxz is, yes beta. This is x-axis, this is z-axis, then same. Okay, can you tell me what is the similarity on these three, all three? Similarity. Lobes are at 45 degree in between x and this is xy, yz, xz. All three orbitals are non-axial. Electron density is not present along the axis, while electron density is present in between the x and y axis. Okay? Now answer the doubts. It is only non-axial part. Just wait. Quantum numbers a bit I am going to discuss. Just wait. Next topic after that. These are the result of quantum numbers. This 3D part is dx square y square. Okay. Listen. So now second bit I am discussing. Second is axial. Axial orbitals. Axial orbitals means dx square minus y square and dz square. है ना? D square minus y square and dz square. On the axis. They are along the axis. Okay, along the axis. Now first, A part, है ना? dx square minus y square. So here I am taking this is x or this is y. Two lobes now. So along the axis, this is, and along the y. This orbital is known as beta dx square minus y square. The orbital diagrams have z-axis, yes. Away from the nucleus, because at the nucleus there is no electron density. This is already in your work, correct bit. dz square, d square minus square, what is the shape beta? Along the axis. If it is along the axis, then both the lobes present in x-axis and y-axis. Okay, it is representing an equation. That's why I am saying now, beta, do not go in the technically in this. This is representing an equation. Electron in the higher studies is considered as a standing wave. We can find the electron address by an equation. There are so many mathematical operators used. Even after engineering, after clearing JEE, you are not able to understand what are these operators. Quantum numbers is not even, we can say in 10 years also we can't study it thoroughly. Okay, chalo, B part. B part. Okay, B is dz square. Dz square is totally different. It has only two lobes. This is z axis. So there is a lobe present in z axis. This is x axis, or suppose perpendicular to it y axis. Perpendicular to it we have y axis. Okay. Now there is a ring present. There's a ring present, donut shape of ring present in xy plane. This is present in xy plane. XY plane. So अब simply question how they can ask which orbital do not have which orbital does not have four lobes. Four lobes. Okay, so we will say dz square because it has two lobes and one ring in the xy plane, donut shape of electron density is present along the z-axis in this. Okay, now if you want it come I can show this in a cube also. Yes, lobes are three dimensional. Lobes are three dimensional, not four dimensional. It will take more time if I draw the cube. Acha, or actually it's very simple to show the cube. Actually it's very simple. Okay. Are you getting now? देखो first thing is the problem is this in this part we cannot imagine everything. It is very microscopic level. We cannot relate it with our real life also. But you can think like suppose like our house. So our house is a shell. In our house, our room is a subshell, sub energy level. In our room, we have bookshelf. It is orbital. Or in the orbitals, we kept books. This is electrons. Yes, animation is there, beta. There's a limitation. I can't go to the YouTube and just orbital animation for students. You can clearly see. But actually, these are the beta probability distribution curves only. You can't predict the electrons like this is a picture of electron. No, the behavior of electron is mysterious. Planck, Max Planck gave his quantum theory. He wave or light has dual nature. Then he is not sure what he is saying. Later Einstein proved one experiment of photoelectric effect by his concept theory. So we can't go together with particle nature and wave nature. Maybe every student having a down to what is wave nature and particle nature. Or you not comfortable in wave or also. So please skip these things. Skip these things. So I'm going for the next part. Okay, so cube. We can discuss cube. Okay, listen. Up tell me one thing. This is here I took suppose x-axis. This is z-axis. Or this is y-axis. Yeah. Towards u y-axis. This side axis upward z-axis. Upward to the z-axis. Now I want to discuss dz square. Dz square. The can I say that dz will touch this space and this space up and down in the room, this space and this space. Okay, so this is suppose our nucleus, one lobe present up, one lobe present down. Okay, next thing is key. Where is the electron? Here a ring is present, beta. A ring is present. Okay, a ring is present. Here now, beta. This thing. Up next. This is the dz square, where we can draw dxy and square minus y square, because I it's axial now beta along the z axis, along the z axis. So I'm taking another cube beta. One, two, three, 4. Okay, this is dx square minus y square. Acha, how many total lobes of axial? Dekho, you will be amazed. How many total lobes present? Total lobes, both axial together. No, 4, not 4. The 4 plus 2, 6. 6 na. Acha, how many faces in the cube? This is also 6. So can I say कि each and every lobe will touch all the faces in a cube? Okay. What I'm saying कि along the z-axis we have dz square. Okay. Then so this I took y here now. Okay. So because I have to take here x, just this should be y, this should be z. Then this diagram. Okay. Now next. So what one non-axial, okay, one non-axial, just one non-axial. This is our x. This is y, y, z, z. Or this is y. Okay. Now listen carefully. I have to draw dx square minus, sorry, I have to draw dxy, which is non-axial. Non-axial. But the non-axial will touch at the edge center. Here. One. This is our dxy non-axial. It is not along the axis, it is in between the axis. Because axis is this. This is the x-axis. Okay? Along the axis or in between the axis? In between the axis. Acha, how many edge present in the cube? How many edges present? How many edges present? 12 na? Acha, how many lobes present? How many total lobes of non-axial? Total lobes of non-axial. Total lobes of non-axial. Total lobes of non-axial. 12. It's 12. Array, 4 plus 4 plus 4. 12. 12 edges. So where they will touch? They will touch at the edge center. Each middle part of the edge. Edge center, not corner beta. Corners are 8 only. Corner is 8 only. Edges. Edges. Edge center, correct. Okay. So I hope you get the idea beta. है ना? No, I changed the beta. I changed ki this is x axis. This is y axis. And this is x y. I change the axis, then orbital will change. So next. Now we can solve the question based on it. The number of valence electrons in sodium ion. Sodium ion. Valence electrons. Sodium ion. Wait. But atomic number of sodium 11. Then Na plus. Okay. The configuration of sodium is 281. Here it is 28. 8 valence. Next. Which d orbital does not have four lobes? Very good question. Which d orbital does not have four lobes? Okay, d z square. D z square. Okay, d z square. So देखो here dxy x and y is along the axial. Dxy is in between the four lobes. Dz square is a ring in xy plane. Okay, and dz is again on axial. If we remember this thing now, we can answer easily कि what is the shape regarding questions. If you are getting it, very good. Soma, what I am not understanding your doubt, but I'm not getting. Please, what you want to ask? Previous question or this question? Yes. Which campus? But I am from Suchitra, Kompally. I am traveling at least 23 days for 3 class coming to Chola campus. Thank you, beta. But this online teaching is it's difficult than the offline. So can we proceed with the next question? Electron enters in the orbital body. Oh, this beta is I will discuss because okay, Suchitra branch, good. Sujit, which batch beta? Have you attended this online classes, CBC classes? No, no problem. We'll meet at first, है ना? 1st of June we are starting. Hmm. Electron enters into the orbital according to the increasing energy level. This statement was given by, because I am skipping this question. Most of you are answering. Okay, most of you are asking, but this is electron increasing energy level. Okay, so this above rule, but we'll discuss. I'll repeat this question again because above discuss next class. This is also huh. This question. Okay. Common truth for also Sujitra. Good. Yes, yes. Everything again we repeat in the June also. In a very detailed manner. The number of possible orbitals all type is n equals to 3. Okay? Because number of orbitals, simply remember, is equals to n square. The formula is n square. Namaste also Sujitra. So many Sujitra students are studying. So answer is 9. Okay? Next. The atomic number of an element 17, the number of orbitals containing electron pairs in the valency shell in its ground state is. Uh, atomic number of an element Z is 17. Okay. The number of orbitals containing electrons pair in the valency shell in its ground state. These questions are required atomic structure first. What is the shape of S orbital? So S orbital is spherical. Okay. S orbital is spherical. P orbital, shape of p orbital. Yes, dumbbell, dumbbell. Okay, dumbbell shape. So I skipped F orbital. So F orbital. Remember this thing. Yesterday's PPT you got, na? You got the yesterday's PPT in which I gave. all the diagrams of this. है ना? So it is complex of leaf-like structure. Leaf-like. F orbital is complex and leaf-like. Then this F subshell has 7 orbitals. So we have to draw beta 7 boxes. 1, 2, 6. Okay, so how many? Today also I'll this PPT in the chat box. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Okay, 40 electrons. Maximum electrons 40. Next, which of the following is incorrect for orbit? Which of the following is incorrect for orbit? Orbit is nothing but beta shell. Right? K shell, L shell. This. Maximum number of electrons 2n square. Number of electrons in orbit 2. Number of electrons in orbital is 2. Okay. So this is our answer. Orbits are non-directional, correct. Orbits are circular shape, yes. Is the option. Which of the following orbital is non-dimensional? Which of the following s orbital? P orbital dumbbell, leaf-like structure, P double shape. Okay. Number of possible orbitals in n equals to 2 energy. 4 formula is n square. Okay. Acha, if I ask beta, how number of orbitals in n shell, then what's your answer? Total number of orbitals in n shell. N shell. No, we can't say beta f orbital. 16. 16 beta, because n shell means k l n. N is 4. And orbitals is n square, which is 4 square 16. Yes, correct. The maximum number of electrons that can be accumulated by P subshell. P subshell maximum. Okay. My suggestion, remember like this. S, P, D, F, G, H. These are the subshells. S, P, D, F, G, H, the subshell. S subshell, maximum capacity 2. P subshell, maximum capacity 6. D subshell, 10. So what is the common difference? 4. 4 difference. So next 14, then 18, then 20. Remember like this. Okay. Next, D subshell. Number of D subshell. 10. Okay. 10. It's a good question. Px. Orientation. Orientation means along which axis beta. P orbital is along the axis now, but which axis? X, Y, Z. Along the x-axis. Okay. Along the x-axis. Oh. Px square minus y square. It is in axial d orbit. Now it is axial means along the axis or in between the axis. Axial means along the axis. Okay. So px square minus y square. Yes. P square minus y square. Which axis beta? Along the x axis. The orientation of dxy orbit. dxy. dxy is non-axial. dxy is non-axial. So this is x, y, in between the axis. In between the axis. total number of orbitals in a shell is equal to formula. Okay. Total number of orbital in a shell is equal to n square. Okay. So some points I want to write with number of total number है ना or maximum number of okay electrons in any orbit n maximum number of electrons in any orbit. How to answer this? Maximum number of electrons. Your chat is not coming. Just wait. Yes. Maximum number of electrons in any orbit. So 2n square. Okay. Next. Maximum electrons in any orbit. In any orbit. Huh? In any orbital. Maximum number of electrons. Electrons, beta, not orbital. Maximum number of electrons. Yes, you have the test, but not on weekend. It will in between the next week. Like you can say after 10, 8 or 9 days. Okay. 2 will do. Maximum number of electrons in any orbital, 2. Now this Saturday, no test. You are having planner, your B2B classes planner. Okay. No. Okay, I'll check and inform you. Exam on Saturday, Saturday. Just wait, no? I'm checking. Wait. Okay, beta, according to planner, na, your exam is scheduled on Thursday. It is given on Thursday, 21st. 2 NL plus 1 will discuss, beta. No, there's no test, beta, tomorrow. Okay. Chalo. Next. Maximum electrons accumulated by F subshell. F subshell 14. Exam will happen online mode. Okay. In the online mode. The maximum number of orbitals in M shell. M shell. So K, we have shell like this. So K is 1, 2, 3. N value is 3. If n value is 3, then number of orbitals 3 square. No, orbitals will 9. Correct. Total number of electrons in the shell is equal to. See, repeat. The shell is 2n square. Correct. Wait for 1 minute. Okay. Chalo. But I'll share this, है ना? So Please wait. अब next part I have to start here, starting the concept. Quantum numbers. It is also just 5 minutes. Just I'm giving you a overview. Then we'll discuss from tomorrow. Okay? You start tomorrow. We'll start, but I'm giving you a review. है ना? So quantum numbers. देखो we discussed ना बेटा about subshell, and orbital, and in the orbital electrons are present. So if we have to discuss about any particular, okay, if we have to discuss about any particular electron, okay, then we required some numbers. On the basis of this, we can identify the address of electron inside the atom. Like if you want to search anyone, you require ki, that person is living where, है ना? In which city? Okay, in the city here is living in he is living in which colony, in the colony what is the road number and what is the house number. So 4 information required. So we can say here also we required like 4 information for the electron is present in which shell. In the shell it is present in which subshell. So we get the shape of the orbital. It is present in the which orbital. Okay, means what is the orientation, and if electron is present in that orbital, what is the spin of the electron. So we'll discuss ki electron can revolve around the nucleus, and as well as it will also spin bit, okay, in its own axis. Due to this, it creates magnetic field. So how we'll discuss the stability of the electrons, or the configuration, stable configuration. So quantum numbers, what we can say beta, this set of numbers, set of 4 numbers gives numbers which gives okay, energy, shape, orientation, okay, energy, shape, orientation, spin of electron, spin of electron, okay. In So basically, if I say कि suppose electron is present, can I say कि electron can be present in the shell, or in the shell we have sub energy levels which are subshell. Okay, so this shell is represented by principal quantum number. Discuss ki what is principal quantum number, what are the values it can have. Okay, subshell. Subshell is represented by the azimuthal quantum number which is L. Okay, then inside the subshell we have orbitals. And take the examples also. Just wait. Orbitals. Orbitals. For this we have magnetic quantum number. Okay, and in the orbital electron is present. But for the spin, we have spin quantum. So 4 numbers. 4 numbers. Principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, or spin quantum number. 4 quantum numbers. Okay. We can share the questions. All discussed. Okay. So it's clear that beta will start this topic tomorrow. Okay. Book we will discuss beta. Na? Book we will discuss. My name is Anish. Okay. Chalo. Thank you everyone. We'll discuss. Just beta go through with the today's topic. Read. If you are having your CBC booklet, please go through with the sheet.
Good morning, students. Good morning, chaps. Very good morning. Are you people there? Yes, good morning. Okay, so what did we learn in the previous class? We learned something. What did we learn in the previous class? Thank you. What did we learn in the previous class? About blood, the composition of blood. Hello. So in the composition of blood, okay, what did we learn? Biology. Kaushik, Sriram, what happened? Yes, I am biology faculty only. Okay, so what exactly did we learn is the composition, we completed about the composition of blood. We started somewhere with the components of the blood circulatory system, right? Now when we were telling about the blood circulatory system, we said that there are three components. What are the three components? One is blood, heart, blood vessels. About blood, we have already completed. I will revise once the WBCs and platelets since we learnt it in the previous class. I'll revise that and then we will be moving to the next component of the circulatory system, that is nothing but the heart. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the heart. Got it? Okay, so coming to the WBCs or the leukocytes. Leukocytes are the policeman of our body. They are the soldiers of our body. When any disease causing microorganism tries to enter into our body, they get activated and start fighting against it so that we do not get any type of disease. That is what exactly is the activity of WBC. Okay, now these WBCs can be of different types based on the cytoplasm, what type of cytoplasm they have. If in the cytoplasm they are having any granules, and it is called as a granular cytoplasm, and they are named as granulocytes. Okay, if the cytoplasm is a clear cytoplasm, then it is called as agranulocytes. What is it called as? It is called as agranulocytes. Okay, this granulocytes, on the basis of stain that can be used to make them visible to our eye, under a microscope, can be further classified into three types. What are the three types? Neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. What are neutrophils? Neutrophils are the granulocytes which are having, I'm sorry, which are having a multi-lobed nucleus, which are having a multi-lobed nucleus. Now, with having a multi-lobed nucleus, the function of neutrophils is said to be they are phagocytic in nature. They will engulf the microorganism and try to destroy it. It is one of the defense mechanisms. Moving on to the second one, what was the percentage of neutrophils? Neutrophils is present in mass, that is 60 to 65%. Next, coming to eosinophils. Eosinophils are they are having, they are taking up acidic stain when we want to see them under a microscope. What type of nucleus? What is the shape of nucleus? It is a bilobed nucleus. It is a bilobed nucleus. For neutrophils, in NCRT, Samudva, in NCRT, it will be given 60 to 65%. Okay, so 68%, they have given an average value, but I am telling you it as per the NCRT. Got it? So it is 60 to 65 percentage of neutrophils as per the NCRT. Okay, now talking about eosinophils, they take up acidic stain, they are bilobe, and their function is they're responsible for the allergic reaction. They're responsible for the allergic reaction. Last is nothing but the basophils. Basophils is very less, 0.51%, which are having a S-shaped nucleus, which take up the basic stain to be observed under a microscope. right? Which take a basic strain to be observed under a microscope. Now, what is their function? It produces certain inflammatory substances. Certain inflammatory substances. What are those inflammatory substances? Histamine, heparin, serotonin. Histamine is nothing but a vasodilator. It increases the diameter of the blood vessel. Heparin is nothing but an anticoagulant which prevents the coagulation of blood. Last is nothing but serotonin, which is a vasoconstrictor, which decreases the diameter of the blood vessels. Okay? Parichay, this is the previous class. Okay, so it would have been good if you attended the previous class also. The first 10 minutes of time, if you are new to this class, learn know one thing. The first 10 to 15 minutes of time, I discuss what I taught in the previous class. So we are given the notes. So the people, my students usually refer the notes. Okay, so Parichay Hospital. So it will be continuation. It will be good for you if you continue the classes. For us, it will be like this only. Understood? Okay. It is actually the previous class that I am trying to continue. And then we move to today's topic. Okay. Okay, Parichay, I did understand that you joined today. Try to understand from today's topic because today we are actually starting a new topic. Okay. So that will be useful. You will not have any confusion regarding that. Okay. Thank you. Yes. So what I'm saying is that learned about the basophils also. Heparin is an anticoagulant, which is actually helping for the clotting factor, which is not allowing the blood to get clotted inside our body. Right? I teach Chola branch of Madhav. Okay. You are a resident student or a non-resident? Nikhila, are you a resident student or a non-resident student? Which branch? Okay, good. Oh, Samudra, you are also a resident student. Good, good, good. Good to know that I have so many. Achha, you're from Karkhana. Good, good to know. Fine. However, finally, we all are resonites. Understood? Okay. So this was about WBC. Two important things that we are getting. What is that? The first one is WBC is 6,000 to 8,000 per cubic millimeter. And the second one is lifespan. The lifespan of WBC is 6 to 7 days. It lives for 7 days. That is 1 week. Understood? But when I talk about granulocytes, they are alive only for 4 to 5 hours. But in agranulocytes, the monocytes, okay, the monocytes which are there. The second one of WBC was monocytes and lymphocytes, agranulocytes. Lymphocytes are responsible for defense mechanism. They have T and B cells. Whereas monocytes, I think I missed this part. And the monocytes are responsible for phagocytic action. Lymphocytes have a large nucleus with a percentage of 20 to 25. Monocytes have a kidney-shaped nucleus with a percentage of 6 to 8%. Okay, so this was about WBCs. Moving to the next one, that is platelets or thrombocytes. In our bone marrow, we are having cells called as megakaryocytes. What are they called as? Megakaryocytes. If I break the megakaryocytes, then it results in the formation of platelets. What is the function of platelets? The function of platelets is clotting of blood. When it becomes a wound or injury, whether it be internal injury or external injury, it is actually helpful for prevention of the loss of blood. It helps with clotting so that there is no loss of blood. Understood? Next, what is the count of platelets? Platelets count is 1.5 to 3.5 per cubic millimeter, and the lifespan of platelets is 10 days. How many days? 10 days. Okay. With this, we have actually completed. Yesterday, we actually completed the composition of blood. Understood? Zavia Sabine, I am explaining about yesterday's class. I am revising yesterday's class. Then I will be moving to the today's topic. Got it? Granulocytes are also formed in bone marrow. Granulocytes, agranulocytes, everything formed in the bone. All blood cells are formed in bone marrow, whether it be RBC, WBC, or platelets. Erythrocytes, leukocytes, thrombocytes, all of them are formed in the bone. Is it clear? Okay. Now, where do platelets die? Same. They are all getting degenerated in the spleen. Understood? Now, to the next component of the circulatory system, that is heart. Okay, that is heart. Okay, so what do we know about heart? What is heart exactly? What is the function? Pumping of blood. The function of heart is nothing but pumping of blood, right? So, I am from Chola campus of Hyderabad. Okay. Yes. Now coming to the heart, what exactly is heart? Heart is the blood pumping organ. It is a muscular organ. It is a muscular organ. It is a vascular organ. What is vascular? Vascular means it is provided with blood vessels. What is vascular? It is provided with blood vessels. So, heart is a muscular, vascular, blood pumping organ. It is a muscular, vascular, blood pumping organ. Okay, now we will learn little more details about it. First is what is its location? What is its location? Location of the heart is it is present in the mediastinum region. It is present in the mediastinum region. What is mediastinum region? Region between two lungs. Region between two lungs. Okay, don't think the heart is present towards the left side. It is present in the mediastinum region. Okay, it is present in the mediastinum region, which means the region between the two lungs is what is called as the mediastinum region. It is having the size of a clenched fist. What is a clenched fist? A closed fist. Our heart is having a size of a closed fist with its apex. Apex means the bottom tip. With its tip which is slightly tilted towards the left. That is the reason why we usually say that heart is present in the left. But heart is not present in the left side. Rather, it is present in the mediastinum region but slightly tilted towards the left. Okay, so it is present in the mediastinum region. Apex. Apex means the tip slightly tilted towards left. Okay, next what do we talk about? We talk about the size. Okay, what is the size of the heart? The size of the heart is that of a clenched fist. What is clenched fist, Nana? Closed fist. The size of the heart is that of a closed fist. Okay, present on the left side was a myth. Myth in the sense when we are young. Okay, when we are children, kids. Then we thought heart is present slightly, but now we are becoming doctors, right? So we should do everything in terms of medical terms. So that is what I'm trying to tell. Heart is not exactly present towards the left. It is present between the lungs. It is present between the lungs. That region is called as the mediastinum region, but it is slightly tilted towards the left like this. That is the reason why we call it as it is present in the left side. Understood? And it is having the size of a clenched fist. Okay. Heart is present in the thoracic cavity where the lungs present. Lungs are present in the thoracic cavity. So that's what I'm saying. I'm giving the exact location. You're talking about this. Understood? Okay. Now, how many chambers do we have? Number of chambers in human heart. Number of chambers in human heart. There are four chambers. How many chambers? There are four chambers. Okay. Now, four chambers. I was talking about the four chambers. May I was actually talking about the human. I was actually talking about the human. This is important. Remaining, I will be discussing in the fact section. As I told you, I'm talking about heart. So, I will also be talking about the facts of heart related to heart. Understood? Now, how many chapters does it have? It has four chapters. It has four chapters. Now, I will be telling you about the heart in very detail from outside to inside what are the various parts of the heart. Okay, so if you see, first I will be talking about the covering of the heart. First, I will be talking about covering of the. Understood? Okay. Suppose this is a heart. Okay. This heart is protected by a double-layered membrane called as pericardium. It is protected by a double-layered double-layered membrane, which is called as pericardium, which is called as pericardium. Okay, the pericardium is, what are the two layers? What are the two layers of pericardium? Outer fibrous layer, outer parietal layer, outer parietal layer, inner visceral. I'm just naming the two layers. The heart is covered by a double layered membrane. That double layer, outer layer is called as outer parietal layer, and inner layer is called as inner visceral layer. This inner visceral layer is again having two layers. What are the two layers? Outer fibrous and inner serous layer. Outer fibrous and inner serous layer, which are actually fused. Now, in between these two layers, in between outer parietal and inner visceral layer, we are having a fluid which is present. We are having a fluid which is present, which is called as pericardial fluid, which is called as pericardial fluid. What is the function of this pericardial fluid? This pericardial fluid acts as shock absorbent, acts as shock absorbent and prevent shocks over the heart. Okay. Understood? So what did I tell? The heart. Okay, the covering is the heart. The heart is covered by a double layered membrane, which is Zavia Sabine. I'm still in the starting only. I have not started anything. Okay, I was revising the previous class. What did I tell is first we are going to learn about heart. What is heart? It is a muscular vascular blood pumping organ. Where it is present between the lungs in the mediastinum region with the apex slightly tilted towards the left. The size is that of a clenched fist or a closed fist. Number of chambers, it is a four-chambered heart. Next, coming to the outermost covering. Coming to the outermost covering. It is having a double layered membrane in the covering, which is called as a pericardium. What are the layers? Outer parietal layer, inner visceral layer. Inner visceral layer is again having two subdivided layers, outer fibrous and inner serous layer. Outer fibrous and inner serous layer. Between this layer, there is a fluid which is present. Okay, that fluid is called as a pericardial fluid, which is called as a pericardial fluid. What is doing? It does not allow any jerks to the heart. It acts as a shock absorbent. When there is something which is coming, even lungs are being protected by some type of fluid, brain is protected. The vital organs are protected by certain fluid because when we get an injury, hard injury, it directly does not affect the vital organ. Understood? In the same way, pericardial fluid is acting as a shock absorbent and preventing the jerks to the heart. This was yes, Shruti, you're right. Lungs are protected by pleura. Okay, there is a pleural membrane. Between this pleural membrane, there is a pleural fluid, which acts again as a shock absorbent. Understood? Now, what I told about the outer covering. Okay, I told this about the outer covering. Moving to the next, I am going to talk about the wall of the heart. The wall of the heart is having three layers. It is having three layers. Nana, the first one that I talked about is the outer covering. Now I'm talking about the wall of the heart. Understood? Don't get confused between the two. Understood? Okay. So this wall of the heart is having three different layers. What are the three different layers? Epicardium, epicardium, myocardium, myocardium, endocardium. Okay. Now, epicardium is outermost thick, sorry, outermost thin, protective, thin, protective layer. Okay, myocardium is middle muscular layer. Endocardium is innermost layer of the wall. Of the wall of what? Great Wall of China? No. Wall of heart. Understood? Parichya, you have given such. When the doctor used defibrillator, then does the pericardial fluid what? Then does the pericardial fluid do when they use the machine on the humans? Does it prevent or what happens? Okay, Parichay, I will be answering this question by the end of this class if we have time, or else I'll be answering it tomorrow. Understood? Because For others, there is a need of introduction of defibrillator. What is exactly that? Understood? Difference between serous and fibrous parts, nothing. Two layers. That's it. Understood, Samudva? Difference, two layers based on the composition. Fibrous part is made up of fibrous layer. Serous part is nothing but a thin connective tissue layer. Understood? It is based on the composition why we name them so. Understood? Okay, so the wall is having three layers. What are the three layers? Outer protective layer is epicardium. Then we have the middle myocardium. Then we have the middle myocardium. And then the innermost is nothing but the endocardium. Clear? Shall we get into the heart? Now, shall we get into the heart? Yes or no? Okay, fine. Now, moving to the third one, that is internal structure of heart. Internal structure of, okay, so I think I should be drawing the diagram. Shall I use colors? Just because if I use colors, no, then it will be helpful though. Acha, when I will be teaching you about double circulation, no, then I suppose then I should be showing you this. I will write this again. First, let me complete the diagram. I hope this is looking like a heart. Is it? Yes. Heart attack is something different, Adivitya. Advitya. Advitya. Advitya, heart attack is something different. Okay. Don't go to all those now. Okay. I will tell you them as well, but not now. Understood? Okay. So this is exactly how a heart looks like. So if you see, it is having, I am labeling everything with white. Okay. I will be labeling and writing some part. What was the topic? The topic was nothing but the internal structure of heart, है ना? Internal structure of heart. Okay, I will be showing you now. Now see, the heart, we talked about the outermost protective layer, and then we also talked about the wall of the heart. Coming to the internal structure, we know the internal structure of the heart is having four chambers. It is having four chambers. Okay, I think by now you will be actually understanding my way of writing, because you people are now into the intermediate level, into the junior college level. Understood? So in school, what is done? Everything is written in complete statements. But when you are coming to prepare for a competitive level of exam, then everything cannot be written into descriptive mode. There are some things that you have to write in such a way that before the revision for an exam, while revising, okay, you can just go through it, look at the flowchart, concept is clear. Look at the table of form, concept is revised. Like that it should be. Understood? If you observe my notes, I usually provide it in that same way. Okay. So if you see, the human heart is internally having four chambers, total four chambers. Two upper chambers, which are called as atria, two upper chambers which are called as atria, and two lower chambers which are called as ventricles. Now let me give you the descriptive part about them. Two atria are upper, small. Okay, what is its function? Blood receiving chambers. Blood receiving channels. Okay, coming to the lower part, ventricles are lower, large, blood pumping chambers. Blood pumping chambers. So blood comes into the heart, into atria. Blood is pumped to the heart by the ventricles. Okay, chalo. Now let us label them. Two atria. What are they? Right. Right atrium, left atrium. Okay, I have left some space in the middle. You'll understand why. Right ventricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. Okay, understood? Two upper chambers, which are blood receiving chambers, which are blood receiving chambers. Two lower chambers, which are blood pumping chambers. Let us label them. I'm writing it in short. If I write right RA, will you understand? Or do I need to write it completely only? Fine. Right atrium. Right ventricle. Okay, yeah. Left atrium. Left, okay, wait. Left ventricle. Sure. Blue. Okay. Understood? Okay. So if you see, this is right atrium, this is left atrium. The two upper blood receiving chambers are called as atria. Two lower blood pumping chambers are called as ventricles. Understood? Upper chambers are small in size, whereas lower chambers are large in size, whereas lower chambers are large in size. Okay, now this atria and these ventricles, they are being separated. They are being separated. Can you see this? Upper chambers are being separated by lower chambers. Upper chambers are being separated by lower chambers. This is what is called as a transverse transverse groove or AV septum. What is AV now? Atrioventricular septum. Understood? What is AV? Atrioventricular septum. I am writing it over here only so that you understand. Upper chambers, lower chambers are separated by a transverse groove, or it is also called as AV septum. मतलब atrioventricular के बीच में septum. Atrioventricular septum. Understood? I also left space over here. है ना? I also left space over here. So, if you see, there is a separation between right ventricle, there is a separation between right atrium, or you can say there is a separation between both the atria and separation between both the ventricles as well. Right? Yes, Krishna, you are right. It is also called as coronary sulcus. Okay, I will write the term over here. Coronary sulcus. Okay, these are the three names for the transverse. Understood? Now, this one, which is separating right atrium from left atrium, is called as, I'll write it here, it is called as interatrial septum. It is called as interatrial, interatrial septum. Coming to the ventricle, the septum which is separating right ventricle from left ventricle is called as interventricular interventricular septum. None are the terms clear? Very simple. Four chambers are there. Upper chambers atria, lower chambers are called as ventricles. Upper chambers are small in size, blood receiving chambers. Lower chambers are large in size, they are blood pumping chambers. Okay, these upper chambers and lower chambers are separated by a transverse groove or AV septum or coronary sulcus. Three, same thing. Okay, like nicknames uncoach you. Understood? Okay, so this is nothing but transverse groove, AV septum or coronary sulcus. Whereas this right atrium being separated from a left atrium, it is what is called as the interatrial septum. Right ventricle separated from left ventricle is what is called as the interventricular septum. These ventricular and interatrial and interventricular septum as well as AV septum, okay, these are for separating oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay, they allow no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Understood? This is clear. Shall we move to the further part? Shall we move to the further part? Yes. Okay. Now I am separating the parts. I am separating atria. Then I will be separating ventricles. Matlab atrium separately we will learn. Ventricles separately we will learn. I am drawing only atria. It should look a little like heart, no? Yes. Okay. So I have separated atria. I hope you can understand this diagram. The problem with me is I don't like it if I myself don't get satisfied sometimes. I am drawing only the atria. Okay, so here, what is this, Nana? This is right atrium. What is this? This is left, sorry, atrium. Understood? Okay, I write again. I'm writing everything about atria now. So I will name it as A. Atria. What are atria? Upper, small, blood receiving chambers are called as atria. They are called as atria. Now, if you see, okay, the right atrium, we will learn about each one, okay? Right atrium, if I'm writing with blue, it means deoxygenated blood. Receive, oh, I think this blue is not visible. Shall I use this blue? Receives deoxy blood, receives deoxygenated blood by 3 caval veins, or we can say vena cava, or we can say vena cava. What are the 3 vena cava? 2 precaval veins, 2 precaval veins, which are also called as superior vena cava, which are also called as superior vena cava, and 1 postcaval vein, which is also called as inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. Okay, I will be showing you now this. Right atrium, no? It is receiving deoxygenated blood. Let us go and see over here. It is receiving deoxygenated blood from 3 caval veins. From 3 caval veins. Okay, if I label it with blue, is it fine? Inside means blood is moving inside. Okay, so this is precaval vein. Precaval vein, which is also called as superior vena cava. How many superior vena cavas are there? 2 are there. Here only one is visible, the other one is present on the dorsal side. Okay, can you see this? This is post caval vein. I'll use the term. Achha, because I wrote over here pre, so I will use here post caval vein. All the deoxygenated blood is moving. Where it is moving? From here it will move into the right atrium. From here it will move into the right atrium. Did you understand this point? I am only talking about right atrium. Did you understand this point? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Now, this right atrium with two precaval veins are there, one postcaval vein is there, no? This superior vena cava do not have any valves. What are valves doing? They prevent the backflow of the blood. Superior vena cava, because of gravity from above, obviously it will reach the heart. Understood? So it does not have any valves. But when I talk about this post-caval vein or inferior vena cava, it is having valve of inferior vena cava. It is having one valve which is named as valve of inferior vena cava. Is it clear? Is it clear? That was about right atrium. That was about right atrium. Okay. Now the second one, that is left atrium. Nothing to learn much about left atrium. Left atrium receives which blood? Left atrium receives obviously oxygenated blood from lungs by pulmonary veins. Understood? It is receiving which blood? Oxygenated blood. That's why it is red in color. By which veins? Can you see this? Pulmonary veins. This will be carrying the blood to the left atrium. Now let me show you it over here. With red I will label. Which side is it? Left. So it is left pulmonary vein. Left pulmonary vein. Which side it is? Right. So it is right pulmonary veins. Okay. Obviously here the direction should be this way. Blood is entering. Understood? Nana, did you understand? Yes or no? Okay. Now, moving on to the most interesting part. I'm using the color green. On this, what is this septum? This is interatrial septum. On this interatrial septum, we have a hole. We have a hole which is called as foramen ovale, which is called as foramen ovale. This foramen ovale usually closes at the time of birth, usually closes at the time of birth. Understood? Okay, there is a hole which is present. If you would have ever listened actually that there is a hole in the heart. There are surgeries being done for it. What is that hole? That is nothing but between these two atria, there is on the intraatrial septum, there is a small hole. When the baby is present inside the womb, then what exactly happens? No, the blood flows through it. That is what is called as the foramen ovale. But when the baby is born, delivered out from the mother's womb, that foramen ovale usually gets closed. If it does not get closed, if foramen ovale does not close, the condition is called as fossa, or the condition is called as patent foramen ovale. The condition is called as patent foramen ovale. This is very, 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 very important. Understood? Fossa ovalis is the position of foramen ovale. Okay, the position of foramen ovale is called as fossa ovalis. If foramen ovale does not get closed, the condition is called as patent foramen ovale. Is it clear? I will write that also. Position is called as fossa ovalis. It is called as fossa ovalis. Is it clear, Nana? This everything is about foramen ovale. Is it clear? The whole isn't fossa ovalis. It is only the position. It is only the position. The whole is foramen ovale. Okay? Which usually closes at the time of birth. This was about this was about the auricles. Now moving to the ventricles. Now moving to the ventricles. Okay, now moving on to the ventricles. This is right ventricle, this is left ventricle. I want to show you precisely what was this, Nana? This was nothing but the AV septum. This was nothing but the AV septum, right? When there is movement of blood from auricles to ventricles, like this, this auricles, it is moving into the ventricles. There are certain valves which are present over here. There are certain valves which are present open here. Which gates? Valves are nothing but gates. They open, they push the blood into ventricles, and to prevent the backflow of the blood, they are getting closed. To prevent the backflow of the blood, they are getting closed. Okay, so it is like this. Where are these valves present? These valves are present on the AV septum. So they are together called as AV valves. But the opening of the left atria to left ventricle is guarded by bicuspid valve. Whereas opening of the right atrium to right ventricle is guarded by tricuspid valve. They are guarded by bicuspid and tricuspid valve. Understood? Okay. So this is what exactly it is. Atrium in the explain left atrium and the whole again. Left atrium nothing. It receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. Okay. Left pulmonary veins, it will come into the left part of, from left lung, it will come into the left part. From right lung, it will come to the right part. That's it. Understood? This bicuspid valve is also having another name, which is called as the mitral valve, which is called as the mitral valve. Understood? Now, remember that this was nothing but the left atrium. This was nothing but the ventricle, right? Left ventricle is thick, or you can say left ventricle is small. Can you see I have drawn it smaller than the right one? Is small in size compared to right ventricle. Okay, why is it small in size? Because the heart is slightly tilted towards the left. That is the reason why it is small in size. Okay, whereas right ventricle is larger in size, but both the ventricles are thick walled. I'm talking about ventricles, no? Both the ventricles are thick walled. Why are they thick walled? Because blood flows with high pressure. Thick walled to sustain high pressure of blood. Okay, coming to the internal region, inside there are muscles like this. Triangular shaped muscles are there. Okay, inside the ventricles. These triangular shaped muscles are connected to this AV valves. They are connected to this AV valves by heart strings. By heart strings, which are also called as chordae tendinae, which are also called as chordae tendinae. Got it? So what is the function of the heartstrings? These heartstrings help in pulling and pushing back, matlab opening and closing of the AV valves. They are helpful for opening and closing of the AV valves. Tricuspid valve is not having another name, only bicuspid valve is having another name, that is mitral valve. Is the ventricles clear? Is the ventricles clear, Nana? Yes, this is what is the structure of heart. Actually, there are more valves. Which valves are you talking about, Pranavi? Which valves? There are one more type of valves, that is only one more valves are present, that is semilunar valves, that will be in the continuation part of heart. Tomorrow, actually heart is not yet completed, but we are lack of time. So I will be continuing this topic in tomorrow's class. Understood? Heart strings help in opening and closing of these bicuspid and tricuspid valves. They will pull the valves so that the blood from the atria enter into the ventricles. Okay, and they will relax so that they become closed and the blood is not pushed back. Understood? Is it clear? I will be explaining all of this once again in tomorrow's class and then continue the remaining part of the heart. Understood? Okay, but I hope the notes is clear to you. Yes or no? So when I complete heart, then only I will be telling you the facts about heart also. So for today, there are no facts. Tomorrow when I complete the heart, no, I will be telling you facts, many facts about heart. Okay. Are you people following up the notes? Are you people following up the notes? Yes? Okay. Thank you, students.